Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York. New York Times World News.
June 21st. 5 o'clock America, New York, 1972. A 36-day hunger strike ends in Northern Ireland. Irish Republican Army members imprisoned in a Belfast jail called an end to a protest that lasted more than a month.
New York Times World News.
June 21st. 5 o'clock America, New York. Finding traces of Harriet Tubman on Maryland's Eastern Shore. A historian marks the 200th birthday of a fearless conductor of the Underground Railroad with a visit to her birthplace, only to learn how climate change is washing away memories of the ultimate outdoors woman. No place better remembers the abolitionist Harriet Tubman than Maryland's Eastern Shore, where she was born enslaved 200 years ago.
Washington Post World.
June 21st. 4:44 America, New York. 2 stabbed in Sweden, 1 in life-threatening condition. Police say a stabbing in a shopping mall west of the Swedish capital has left at least 2 people wounded, 1 with life-threatening injuries.
BBC News World.
June 21st. 4:17 America, New York. COP15, UN Biodiversity Summit moved from China to Canada. The summit had been repeatedly postponed due to the COVID situation in China.
Mirror World News. June 21st. 3:57 America, New York. Sweden attack. Multiple people injured as man goes on knife rampage at shopping mall. Local police confirmed that at least 2 people were injured in a violent attack in Västerås in Sweden this morning.
Washington Post World.
June 21st. 3:53 America, New York. Islamic State group claims Syria bus attack that killed 13. The Islamic State group has claimed responsibility for an attack on a civilian bus in northern Syria that killed 13 people.
Washington Post World.
June 21st. 3:51 America, New York. Belgium takes back mothers and children from Syria. Belgium's judicial authorities have brought home 6 women and 16 children with Belgian citizenship who were held in Syria for their suspected connection with the Islamic State group.
Wall Street Journal World News.
June 21st. 3:08 America, New York. Inflation outpaces forecasts in Australia and South Korea. Inflation in Australia is on track to rise to 7% by the end of the year, while in South Korea, the central bank said it could exceed the 4.7% pace recorded during the financial crisis in 2008.
Mirror World News.
June 21st. 3:08 America, New York. Russia warns UK will cease to exist in nuclear WW3, saying Britain will vanish. Retired Lieutenant General Yevgeny Buzinski lashed out at British General Sir Patrick Sanders, saying, "The island will vanish, so I've no idea where he or his descendants will live."
New York Times World News.
June 21st. 3:04 America, New York. China's surveillance state is growing bigger and more invasive. These documents reveal how. A Times investigation analyzing over 100,000 government bidding documents found that China's ambition to collect digital and biological data from its citizens is far more expansive and invasive than previously known.
Time.
June 21st. 3:01 America, New York. Maya Rudolph deserves better than Lute's toothless billionaire satire. Maya Rudolph is the kind of star you build a show around. A warm, charismatic performer who has jokingly described herself as a 2 3/4 threat, the SNL alum has pipes that can belt out Purple Rain and win Emmys for voicing Big Mouth's Connie the Hormone Monstrous.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News.
June 21st. 2:19 America, New York. Rugby League bans transgender women from international competition. Transgender players will be barred from competing in women's international rugby league matches for the time being, including this year's World Cup, the sport's global governing body has announced. Rugby.
Fox World News.
June 21st. 2:09 America, New York. U.S. can rely on what China decries as the Asian NATO for deterrence, former officials say. The Quad dialogue between the U.S., Japan, Australia and India provides perhaps the strongest regional deterrence against China's regional ambitions in the Indo-Pacific.
Mirror World News.
June 21st. 1:04 America, New York. Monkey breaks into home, snatches month-old baby as he was breastfeeding and kills him. Luhaiba said was being breastfed by his mother Shaima in a village near the Gombe National Park when he was snatched by monkeys that had entered the family home.